Found her. They're almost at the gate. But they won't be coming any closer. That should buy Haven some time, at least.
Clive, are you all right?
Fine. We've taken care of the immediate threat.
I was worried I was going to lose you both. Till he took a sudden turn for the worse just after you left.
What?
No, he's hanging on. I fear the Tombury King may have begun the cursing ritual again. And I can't imagine their being here as a coincidence. I think it might be happening on this very mountain.
If it is, it won't be for long. Get back to Talor. I'm going up.
My thanks. I shall pray for both of you.
More of them. Come on then. I crave an audience with your king. Another group. They don't look very regal.
Is this all of you?
XVI.
Still no sign of the king. Could Fanad have been wrong? There's dozens of them. The king must be close. We'll have to take care of his followers first. That's a lot of Tombres. Farewell. You're finished. Enough. Farewell. You're finished. Looks like that's the last of them. Out here, anyway. But beastmen do like duck. Well, I'll be damned. As a crown. Sorry, Your Majesty, but your reign ends here. It's done. Which means the curse should be broken. Let's see how Talor's doing.
Clive! Is it done then?
It is. I was going to ask if there had been any change in Talor's condition, but...
You do? Talor!
Thank you, my lord.
I'm just glad that...
Oh, that... Well, you deserve to know. I didn't, of course. I couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, couldn't hardly breathe, but it only made it worse.
Oriflamme has fallen.
I'd convinced myself that you were like them. Thank you, son.
Clive, there's something I need to tell you. After we part, and just like that, his pain...
What do you mean? The Tonberry King would have still been alive. I had to contend with dozens of his minions before I found him.
Then, perhaps one of them, or perhaps I know from experience that many illnesses are not wholly physical.
Was there ever really a curse then? Was... for all the difference it makes?
Maybe not. But this much I do.
I'll be...
Yes?
When you've decided what you want, just let me know. Here you are. Well, if you're sure you need it, then I bid you good tide.
Is that... the hunter? Are you all right?
I was... tracking and...
Did you see what made it?
No.
Might this be the culprit? Leave him to us. You've caused enough trouble. Well, that wasn't too bad. Hardly a threat to the village, but you can't blame the boy for being scared.
You made
Do you think that was the beast which attacked
that thing? Not a chance. Would have hurt, and the blast of water that hit me was beyond anything an Archelon can manage.
Oh. A boy from the village sent me in search of a beast that could conjure such things, but...
That's it. That's the noise I heard. Sounded like it came from the ruins.
I'll go. You head back to Haven and see... What do we have here? Found her. Something's been busy. Whatever this creature is, it's out for blood. But it's not having ours. Stay close, Torgal. Where are you? Fingers crossed that's the last of them. Either way, I should let Eirik know the danger is past. For now, at least.
How many times do we have to tell you? You're not...
You're back!
So? Did you find the fiend that attacked me and young Eirik here?
I did. It won't be troubling you anymore.
Yes! I knew you'd get it.
Only because you warned me of its existence. Not that you should ever have learned of its existence, but all's well that ends well, I suppose.
What was it, anyway?
A manifestation of Leviathan's power. When we visited Wallius in the Surge, he was... Though why one would be wandering the ruins of Riversmeet, I don't know.
Maybe it was looking for his...
The Falls.
Aye. We go there once a year to...
An Eggy, would he?
Well, either way.
Aye. So the storm has finally passed.
This is all we have. Well, if you're sure you need it, may it serve you well.
This should be the path to Witchdrop. Hungry, Torgal? And here's our welcoming party.
Finished.
Looks like that's the last of them. Now, where's the grave? This must be it.
My lord, thank you for making the path safe again.
XVI. Was that her name?
Yes. Hardly the most fitting tribute for a dominant, is it? A rough-hewn stone with naught but a given name engraved on it. But my ancestors had only been here a matter of weeks when she passed. Every day was a struggle to survive. Yet they spared what they could to grant her wish, that even in death she might continue to watch over.
She lived down there then? In the ruins?
That's right. They were once the living quarters for when the Northern Thanes sent her here to weave her spell. This was where she and her retinue stayed. There were priests. Of course, they were all gone by the time my ancestors arrived. Fled or dead in the western...
All except XVI.
Indeed. At least, that is the story as it's been handed down. Some years after XVI's passing, you see, my grandmother came here to tend the... She asked of him who he was and whence he had come, but received no answer. So she told him of how her people had met and cared for XVII.
You said he was wearing plate. Was it black and gold?
Do you know something of him?
When we went up to the Air of Hours to unravel the spell, we were set upon by a shade in the shape of a knight in full plate. It manifested in front of the Vare, and in its ether, I felt Shiva, the witch.
You think this may have been the same man my great-grandmother met?
I don't know. All I can say for sure is it was intent on protecting her creation.
Or perhaps her spirit. What remained of her ether, preserved in the Vare.
Till we ended it.
If the shade you fought was XVI's knight, then ending it was the greatest gift you could have given him. Now he can return to the sea. And if his spirit should ever return here to visit her grave, I shall ask his name.
That they might be together.
These will do nicely. Return to the sea, and to the clouds rise again.
We have our bait then. What next?
Next, we pay a visit to the Dark Gate to pick some local weed. It'll help disguise our scent. There should be a sprig or two of local weed growing somewhere around here. Look for the golden leaves.
Is this it?
Aye, that's the stuff. Crush the leaves between your fingertips and rub them on your clothes.
If you insist. You could have warned me about the smell.
Like corruption, isn't it? We'll have an honour guard of flies before long. But it'll stop the Givra from noticing us. Its nose will tell it we're nothing but a feast for worms.
Oh, I feel so much better.
We can wash it off afterwards. If there's one good thing about the Givra choosing the ruins for its hunting ground, it's that there's plenty of fresh water nearby.
Where should we lay the bait?
Givras are creatures of habit. Look for some sign of its passing. It's sure to return to the same place sooner or later.
Marking its territory.
Something was. A curl, maybe.
Tracks. But I assume they're too small to belong to a Givra.
You're right. They're barely big enough to belong.
A fresh kill.
But not a Givras. The wounds are too clean.
These look like a predator's tracks. You can clearly make out the claws.
And not just any claws. These belong to a Givra. There's no mistaking them. We'll lay the bait here.
Let's hope our friend is hungry. Still no sign.
Patience, Clive. Hunting's not something you can rush.
Have you stalked these beasts before?
Once. Givras are fast, so the job called for a bearer.
Not many leaders would take such risks for them.
Says the man who battled an icon to save a boy he barely knew. It is the way of the motes of water to use what gifts we've been given.
It was Sid, the man whose name I bear. He fought for his people and their future with every fibre of his being. In many ways...
Me? Quiet. Something's coming. Our guest has finally arrived.
Shall we greet him?
It'd be rude not to. Don't let it escape.
You weren't exaggerating when you said they were dangerous.
They're forces of nature, all right. And with this one's passing, the river of life has calmed. O roaring torrent, son of storms. This flesh I claim, that your gifts might rain down upon us this day. Well then, let's return to the village. We must get this tongue to Yamila before it spoils. Tributary, my lord. Did all proceed as planned?
It did. Here. 1 Geaver tongue, as promised.
Oh, thank you. I shall add it to the broth at once. By your leave, Tributary. If there is anything else that we can do to help, you need only ask. No, no. You've already done more. Just as you have, Clive, for my family. I only regret that I have nothing to offer you in return but my gratitude.
It's more than enough. Besides, I'm no less grateful to you.
For what?
For welcoming my friends and I into your midst. For showing us how your people live. For reminding me that the world we strive to create, where bearers can live alongside their fellow men in peace and comfort, is no mere fantasy.
I'd hardly call it comfort. Every day is a struggle. Though we do at least struggle together, it's true.
As must we all. I only ask that you remember the cost of using your gifts as a bearer. I know that you feel it's your duty to do, and Wallis has lost enough.
I shall bear that in mind.
That's all I ask. Oh, and if there is anything else that we can do to help, well, you know.
Thank you.
It is good to have him back.
When you've decided what you want, just let me know. Well, if you're sure you need it, here you are.
No, it has to be him.
What has to be who? If you, don't...
It's not your asking, I mind. It's my explaining. But I don't see any other way around it. You see, when a baby is born here, we hold a ceremony to welcome them. But I don't know whether Wallius was ever afforded that courtesy. What is abundantly clear, though, is that my ancestors never welcomed him as one of us. And I want to change that. The problem is, the ceremony requires 3 ministrators, the baby's parents and a witness. As tributary, the role of witness would normally fall to me, but being Wallius's closest living relative, I must play the role of mother.
So you want me to serve as witness in your stead?
That's right. A witness must be a trusty guardian, ready to steer the child through the stormy waters of life and on to tranquility. Which is why I thought of you.
It would be my honor.
Thank you, Clive.
So, if you will serve as mother and I as witness, who will take on the father's role?
I have a younger brother. He should be making ready for the rite as we speak, though whether he is or not. Let me introduce you.
Please do. If he's anything like his sister, I'm sure we'll get on famously.
I'll bid him come to the Witten Hall. Will you wait for us there?
Gladly.
Clive, my brother.
If it isn't my old mate Sid!
You?
So you do remember me, even stripped of my cunning disguise? I'm touched.
You two know each other.
My friends and I crossed paths with your brother on our hunt for the dusk crystals, during which we saved his life. 3 times, was it?
3, 4, who's counting? All I know is when Shula mentioned she'd called in Sid the Outlaw. I mean, having seen you in action.
So the mercenary you met in the Sage Spire, that was Clive. And a far likelier one at that, whether they admit it or not. Honestly, fammy.
What? How about we save the,
Speaking of which, what is this,
It's simple, really. We each say a short prayer and anoint the child's head with holy water.
Nothing too onerous, then.
Not about the rite itself, no. But it does call for some preparation. One of the witness's responsibilities is to collect the holy water, you see. 3 phials for the 3... Don't worry, though. It's not as if you have to go alone. I can show you the way.
I'd appreciate that.
Famiel, you stay here.
leave it to me.
If there's anything Jill and I can do...
We'd be glad to help.
Thank you both. All right then, let's get started, shall we? There are 3 types of holy water that we must collect. We take the water of the mountain from the spring atop Maiden's March, the water of the river from the course that flows through the ruins of Riversmeet, and the water of the sea from the shallows of Tailwind Bay. Here are the phials we'll be using in the ceremony. I'm ready to leave whenever you are.
Stay back! I'm warning you!
Someone's in trouble. Come on.
Help! Help? What help? Help?
We're here to help. Keep its attention on us.
I did more than that.
Is anyone hurt?
Oh, Sid! You saved...
Would you two...
The chief sent us. So, the Wittenhall...
You mean to tell me
You don't have to do everything.
or if you...
We're sorry.
It's fine.
Right, you are. Oh, and,
Remind me to give my brother a cuff round the ear when we get back. Right then. Let's collect this water, shall we? The rain that falls on the mountain.
The source of the river.
Precise. Take care not to spill it.
Right. Let's save that for the ceremony.
We can collect the water of the river from here.
All right.
The water of the river represents... It is constantly moving. And though its course may twist and...
Like time. What of Wallius then?
They did. Like an icebound. And you and I shall flow with him.
I find that thought.
Go on.
A drop of water might seem insignificant on its own. It makes me believe
I believe we might. Just one more file to go then.
Nearly done.
This path leads down to the coast. Usually we keep this gate shut tight, but since this is a special occasion... Thank the tides the weather held. If it weren't for the holy water, no one...
I'll be sure to watch my...
Water flows to the sea, then rises into the clouds. Just like life, the end is not the end. only a new beginning. My ancestors chose this place because it was where the first boat landed.
And it's a good thing they didn't land closer to the surge.
Quite.
The water of the sea. I still can't help but be awed by it.
Oh? All that wave ever made me feel was pity and sorrow for the innocent life trapped inside it. The child my great-grandfather sacrificed to try to change his people's fate. It was wrong, an unforgivable sin. But I often wonder, will might? And though I've always striven to do what's best for my people.
No, you would not forcibly sacrifice one of your people. We share in their woes, just as we share in their joys.
Aye, you're right. And try I shall, to bring all of my Walias in.
Then I wish you luck.
Then we must start as we mean to go on.
Where to next, then?
Back to the village, to find out if my brother has made the necessary preparations. Or got his lackeys to do it for him.
We have the holy water. Is everything else in place?
All ready to go. Told you.
Then let us begin. Famiel, have your men.
Right you are.
Shula, wait. I don't know the words.
Don't worry. There aren't many of them. We'll have time enough to practice before people arrive. My friends, we are gathered here today to welcome this child into our community by the rite of immersion, as has been our custom since the first reign. As tributary, I would normally perform the rite with the child's parents, but Walius's mother and father returned to the sea long ago. So I and my brother Famiel shall serve as his family, while the one who returned him to us shall bear witness in my stead. Clive, if you would step forward.
Like the rain that falls on the mountains tall, are we born.
Like the river that flows through the valleys below, do we live.
Like the boundless sea, where the currents run free, do we die. and to the clouds then rise again.
The circle of water is the circle of life. And today, from the heavens falls rain anew. This child, Walius, now joins our stream, and he shall flow with us from the mountains to the sea. You played your part to a T, Clive. Thank you. It means a lot to us.
I was honored to be asked. And terrified, I admit.
Now that you're part of the family, young Walyas, my lad. Uncle Samuel can teach you the ways of the world.
Oh, no, he can't.
Eh?
Don't be so hasty. Your brother's knack for self-preservation might serve him well.
Ha! You are never going to let me live that down, are you?
I'm gonna raise Walius as if he were my own. Teach him everything I know about life, our people, and our past. But with all the mother crystals gone, he will grow up in a world without comforts. One where we only have ourselves and each other to rely on.
I'd say your people are better prepared than most to survive in such a world, Shula. To thrive, indeed, under your guidance.
Only if nature continues to smile on us. If we were to lose her gifts, we'd be left with nothing at all.
Yes. But it needn't come to that. Not if we can stop the spread of the Blight. So long as we can save a single patch of soil, we can plant the seeds for a new world. One where we can all be free.
Perhaps then we might finally be able to step out from behind our curtain, eh? Till that day comes, I wish you good tide.
Thank you. We should be on our way.
Well, you be careful out there.
Aye, you steer clear of trouble now.
Likewise.
To think, we must be the first outsiders to have witnessed that rite in over a century.
Walius has been waiting for it for nearly as long. He seemed pleased to be finally rejoining the family.
Now all we have to do is save that family. To change our river's course.
When you've decided what you want, just let me know. May it serve you well. Well, if you're sure you need it.
Yes?